Hi, I'm Octavio Blanco, and I'm the founder of Live in Americana, which is an integrated marketing company, and Uptown Voices Podcast, which is a hyper-local podcast here in the community that is looking to highlight individuals and organizations and businesses who are making life better for all of us uptown. A little bit about myself. I moved to Uptown in 1998. I loved the fact that we were in a Latino community and that there were so many people who were actively in the creative arts, actively making their community voices heard. I quickly started working in media, but it wasn't local media. It was working at companies like CNN and companies like Consumer Reports as a journalist. So I spent more than 30 years as a journalist in working in these companies. Recently, I had the opportunity to strike out on my own, and I wanted to focus my efforts more on the Uptown community. And to see if I could help the businesses and the people uptown to get their visibility, heighten their visibility. And so Live in Americana gives me the opportunity to help businesses, help organizations, help individuals who want to have their work be recognized and do so through podcasting and public relations. So Live in Americana is a very new venture, and I'm launching it right now. And I'm in the process of looking for clients who are interested in this type of work. Uptown, in many ways, has had it's very difficult to get the word out for Uptown. We have lots of really worthy organizations like nonprofits, but they're limited in their resources. And so I'm trying to find a business model that's gonna allow for my company to come in at a price point that these organizations can afford, so that I can help them to raise their profile through podcasting and integrated public relations. So one thing that's very exciting that I'm involved with is Uptown Voices, which is a hyper-local podcast that is there to raise the voices of people in the community, people who are making our neighborhood better. And when I speak of our community, I'm talking about Inwood, Washington Heights, Harlem, and the South Bronx. So that's our mission. And we've partnered with Uptown Collective, a very well-known social media company here uptown, in order to make sure that our voices are heard, because Uptown, when it comes to traditional media, is often ignored unless there's some sort of tragedy or violence. So what we want to do is really highlight people in the community who are doing good work to make our communities better. When you start a podcast, it seems like a no-brainer, very easy, because actually the bar to entry is quite low. You really only need a webcam and a laptop and some software to do it. But what a lot of people then quickly find out is that it's a lot more to it than just standing or sitting in front of a camera and telling your story. So that takes a lot of time. And it's really difficult for individuals to do it all by themselves. So it's important that if you want to do something like this, that you, number one, look for a partner to help you to do it. And number two, that you go into it with your eyes open and your expectations set at a reasonable level. So it's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take time. And although it can raise your profile, it's probably not gonna make you rich. What made me very excited to join the Chamber of Commerce here, Wahi Chamber of Commerce, is that I was looking for a community of people, of business people, of nonprofit organizations, of artists who are looking to, make a living here in Uptown. Uptown has its own challenges, and it's so difficult. One of the things that I've learned from all of the people that I've interviewed is just how much time and energy and ultimately community that it takes in order to make a venture successful. So when I saw that the Wahi Chamber was, for example, had reclaimed its 501c3 status, when I saw how active it has become, when I saw some of my peers who were in the chamber, when I looked on their YouTube channel and watched some of those stories, I became inspired by those stories, and I wanted to be a part of that organization. And so I decided to go for it, and guess what? It wasn't expensive, and it was probably, I feel like, such a great thing that I've done, because I've met Jackie. She's helped me and gives me lots of support, and whether it's actual like support, like bringing me here for this interview, or just emotional support when I call her up and I say, hey Jackie, can you spend some time and talking to me? So that community is something that I've really been craving, and something that I think can help me personally, but also help my business to thrive. I recommend that all the businesses in Washington Heights who are looking for a community of like-minded people, and when I say like-minded, I don't mean that we're all in agreement about everything. I mean people who are striving to make a life for themselves uptown through business, looking for a community of other businesses who they can learn from, and other organizations who they can learn from. Like, for example, Wahi Chamber has a really incredible program with Yeshiva University so that businesses can take advantage of AI. You can, at a very low price point, take a class in AI and leave that program with a certificate. It's amazing. So I think that those kinds of things, on the one hand, they help you to build your business. And then on the other hand, there's events, there's networking, there's other people that you can meet who you can learn from. I'm very happy that I did this, that I joined. I'm at the very beginning of my journey. I have a long way to go, and if I've learned anything, is that it takes perseverance, and sometimes it's hard when you're just on your own, sitting in front of your computer and trying to make something happen by yourself or with limited resources. Joining the chamber has given me, another avenue where I can actually feel like I'm connected to something greater than just myself, and where I can learn from others who can inspire me and also to keep me going. And not to mention who might be able to connect me with other resources that I may need. So I do recommend that everybody who is considering it, look into it. It's a very easy process. And the one thing that I can say is that everybody that I've met at the chamber has been, super welcoming, super friendly. And when you get to start talking to other people who are also in your community trying to do similar things to you, it just like lights a fire that should never be extinguished. So I'm happy to be here.